Season 8 of Doctor Who premiered last night. I got together with friends and family who we all love Doctor Who, sat down and we watched it, and by the end of the episode I wanted to get up and jump around screaming of how much I loved the episode. The only reason I didn't is because there were like 3 dogs and 2 cats around me. I didn't want to excite them and get them barking and then have noise complaints and it'd be a whole thing. When we were talking about it later, I was kind of surprised that I was the only one who really felt like that. I loved the episode. No one else really did. They were very disappointed and they were very critical of it. They had a lot of problems with the toning of the episode. They felt they kind of simplified Vostra and Jenny's characters a little too much. They didn't like Clara even more than they didn't like her before. There were some sound effects they didn't like. They were just very disappointed in it, and it sucked. You know, being the only one there who's just totally in love with what they had just seen, and being the only one who had the opinion that they liked it, it was rough. As far as I was concerned, the episode was fantastic. Peter Capaldi came in strong, just from his opening line to the end of the episode. It was a, you know, post-regeneration episode, so he was figuring out who he was, and that's what the majority of the episode was about. It wasn't like David Tennant sleeping through most of the episode until the very end, and it wasn't a lot like Matt Smith in 11th Hour, when he just comes out and he's pretty much who he is, but he's still figuring out a few tiny things. This was almost like just a complete inward look at who he was and figuring out. It was funny to see. Peter Capaldi did a great performance, you know, channeling a lot of the past Doctors, Tennant and Smith included. So that was something we all did agree on. Capaldi did a fantastic job, and we can't wait to see more of what he's going to do. He didn't really come into his own Doctor until the end, but before it was him questioning a lot of, you know, who he is now, what he looks like now. He's, you know, does he like how he looks? He has the Scottish accent. Why does no one else have a Scottish accent? You know, what is he like? How does he feel? Why is his eyebrows furious? Yeah, as far as I was concerned, it was a fantastic episode. I loved every minute of it. I'm not going to give spoilers, because if you haven't watched it, please go watch it now, because it was amazing. I'm going to watch it numerous more times before probably even tomorrow's over. It was great. But yeah, being the only one who really felt that way, thinking that they really enjoyed it, and then everyone else being so critical, it kind of sucked. It kind of deflated my Doctor Who balloon that I had been, you know, blowing air into months after months after months after Christmas, waiting for this episode to happen. And then when it did, it was just everything I wanted it to be, and I just loved it. And to be the only one to have that opinion, it was kind of lonely. And afterwards, we were just kind of talking about it, and, you know, I said that, you know, it really sucks when you're the only one excited about something you love so much. And this has happened before, on numerous occasions with movies and TV shows and video games and books and things like that. I usually kind of stand in the minority of how I feel about it. Whether I like it or I don't like it, it's usually, the opinion's usually going against the majority vote. It's not a great feeling, and it kind of makes me question, oh God, am I just completely blind? Am I just not seeing these issues that people have with these things? You know, I have my own opinions on them, and I can see their points and, you know, why they feel like that, but I just disagree with them. And you know, I see the justifications behind the things that I agree with, and it, you know, maybe I'm just completely full of myself and I have no idea what I'm talking about. And they told me, it's like, well, no, that's not what it is. I just have different opinions than they do. And really, it's better to have at least one person with you who might have a slightly different opinion, because then just everyone around you is just you, thinking the same things. And that kind of gets boring. So having someone to question you or make you, you know, really think about how you feel about something is not a bad thing. And that kind of feels like how the relationship for Clara and 12 is going to go. both of them are kind of keeping each other in check and basically holding each other's hand, which is kind of what the companion has always been for the Doctor, I feel. The companion should always be someone to rein the Doctor in, but at the same time, it may have happened with others, but I don't remember where it was really the Doctor kind of reining in the companion. Like, hey, chill out. It was a great episode. I loved it. I've always been a fan of Stephen Moffat's run from the beginning to the end. I didn't always love Matt Smith, but after watching the series numerous times, I finally accepted Matt Smith, and he became my Doctor. Even though I love Tennant, I love the War Doctor and Day of the Doctor, but Matt Smith is still on top. But Capaldi could definitely overthrow him. Capaldi did a great performance, and it was different. It was adult. It was fierce. He was just... it's the way they explained about Tennant. He was fire, and that's what Capaldi was. He was this fire. That when he finally came into his own and gave you a taste of what kind of Doctor he's going to be, you could just really feel that ferocity in him. At one point, he pours a drink with the villain, and he's like, I'm pouring it like, we're going to have a drink. It's just very adult, and I loved it. I loved Capaldi so much as the Doctor. I was looking so forward to seeing him, and my faith has been rewarded. I loved the episode. If you love the episode, please tell me, because I would love to hear from other people who love the episode. I love my friends, but I want to hear other positive opinions about the episode. And you know what, if you disagree with me as well, tell me, and we can talk about more, because I love talking about this stuff. One of the reasons I've started doing these videos is because my opinions often on nerdy topics kind of go towards the minority, so I wanted to get my opinions out there. So if someone else maybe feels the same way, that no one else has the same opinions as me and it really sucks and they're questioning, just know other people like the same stuff you do. You just have to find them. And it's also for me, for a call out to, hey, does anyone else feel the same way that I do? Please let me know and let's talk about this. So let me know about what you thought about the episode in the comments. You can get me on Twitter and Facebook, and we can have a discussion about how excited we are for this new season of Doctor Who, this new Doctor, this new style, this new tone of the show. It's a very much darker way to see it. Like, I saw some things happen in the episode that I was like, whoa, I was not prepared to see that in a Doctor Who episode. Let me know what you think. Other than that, Geronimo.